What's up, good people? What's up, good people? It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder, coming to you on this Greatness Thursday. Think different Thursday. As an entrepreneur, you do not think like everybody else. As an entrepreneur in your industry, you do not think like everybody else. When it comes to your uniqueness, understand that just like your fingerprint is yours. There's nobody else in this world that has your fingerprint. Same thing with your business. There's no other business that has the unique brand, the unique way in which you operate, the way in which you see things, the way in which you serve those that you serve. It is unique. Y'all know one of my brand value system principles is uniqueness. What separates me, what separates you from everybody else. If you're going to, I didn't roll right into it. Welcome to the Brand You Suite. It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. And if I said it, pardon me, I'm just rolling this morning. But your uniqueness, your fingerprint in your industry is part of part of what makes those that you serve come back or want to come back to patronize and to utilize your product and services over and over and over again. The relationship that you build, the relationships that you've built, the relationships that you're building, part of the reason that you're able to build them is because of your uniqueness. What you offer cannot be found anywhere else. Yes, the framework, the service or the product or service may be the same, but you have your own uniqueness to it. The experience with you is not going to be the experience that they get somewhere else. Just like we talked yesterday about Burger King and McDonald's. They're both fast food, but the experience that you get at one is not the experience that you get at the other. The uniqueness that you get with one is not the uniqueness that you get with the other. So I want you to understand that as we delve today into the even further into the five principles to living on purpose, to living with purpose. This is purpose. And we talked about this week, we talked about defining your entrepreneurial mission. We talked about innovate with intention. We talked about prioritizing ethical leadership. And then today I want to talk about cultivating purposeful partnerships. And I talked a little bit yesterday. I mentioned yesterday, I believe I mentioned yesterday leadership, and I mentioned, yesterday I was doing a speaking engagement, and I was talking about Clarence Avant. For those that aren't familiar with Clarence Avant, look up The Black Godfather. That's all I'm gonna tell you is go watch the documentary about this man's life. You know him, but you don't know him. He's the puppet master, if you will, behind the scenes with some of the most iconic events, some of the most iconic people. People trusted him with their lives, and I'm talking from presidents down to some of the most famous artists and entertainers. Some of the most famous people that you can think of, they were a part of, or they had Mr. Avant in their circle of impact. He was in their circle of impact. And one of the things that he says in the documentary is that relationships are resources. Relationships are resources. The relationships that you're cultivating, the relationships that you're building right now are going to be the resources that you might have to, or you might be able to lean on in the future. So let's talk about the cultivating purposeful influences. You build strategic partnerships that align with your vision and your purpose. That's the first thing. So when you're looking for partnerships, that's the first thing that's the criteria. The first question that you ask: does the partnership, or does the potential partner or person that you're collaborating with, does their mission, their vision, ideologies, does it align with your vision and your purpose? Collaborating with others who share your values and amplify your impact and accelerate your progress toward entrepreneurial excellence. When you have collaborations, when you have partnerships, it can move your business and your brand faster than if you were just doing it by yourself. That's why partnerships, collaborations, and sponsorships is the number one strategy that I have in my brand new 7 fundamental strategies of branding. It's number one. That's how important I believe that it is, and that others believe that it is. When you establish those relationships, when you establish those people around you, you collaborate with people that have the ability to be able to expand your capacity, and you expand their capacity, because it should be a mutually beneficial partnership, a mutually beneficial collaboration. It should expand both of you all's business ecosystem. You can't be on purpose without having a business ecosystem. You can't be on purpose without having partnerships and collaborations. But you got to be mindful of the partnerships, of the collaborations that you get into, and that means taking the time to vet those, and they should be doing the same to you. They should be vetting you. You should be vetting them. And you do an honest analysis, and you say, hey, this is somebody that I believe in, in what they do, the work. I've seen the work that they've done. I've seen how they perform. And I believe that this is a partnership, this is a collaboration that can be mutually beneficial. And when you come from that perspective, when you cultivate those partnerships, and you see that it's worth moving forward, it can lead to to greater accomplishment. Now, here's the thing about partnerships and collaborations: you got to understand if it's for if it's for a short term or if it's for long term, and you've got to ask yourself going into that, and you've got to see that. And they've got to see that. Those are the conversations that you need to be having with those partnerships that you are looking to be able to have. Is this a short-term relationship, or is it a long-term? Are we here for the long haul? Or is this just, hey, we got this project, we think it's great, let's collaborate, let's work together on it, and then we're done? Or is it something where, hey, this project, this partnership, it can be around for a long time. We'll work on this project together. We work on this project together. We work on this project together. That was one of the great things about Spike Lee and the actors and actresses that he worked with. He worked with a lot of the same actors, actresses. Why? Because of the cultivating of their relationship. And he was purposeful in that. One, when you have a partnership or a partner that you know that you can count on time and time again, you know what you're getting. And that was quite sure, I'm sure, the reason why he worked with certain actors and actresses, because he knew the work that they did. He knew that they were going to come to work on time. They were going to do the project. They were going to be able to knock out the character that they were, that they were portraying, and do all of the right things. That's how you have to be in the assessment of the partnerships that you gain. And if it is a partnership that is short-term, for the short term, then that's what it is. Have that understanding going in. But if it's for the long term, then you have that understanding going in as well. That's how people, business, you as a business owner, you as an entrepreneur, you have to be thinking. You gotta think of it in phases, and if that potential partner checks all the boxes, that becomes someone that you work with. And if it's someone that's even greater, and you can see yourselves working on multiple projects together, even better. That's even better. There's no better partnerships, relationships that you can cultivate, that you can create, that you can build, than the ones that are long term and you work on multiple things together. Musicians do it all the time. It's done in business all the time. It is absolutely done in business all the time. You have, let's say, a developer will work with the same contractors. They know that this particular contractor can do this very well. They know that this particular contractor can do that well. So they know who's in their circle of impact and that ecosystem, that business ecosystem that they can depend on. And I think the more you do that, I think the stronger the partnership is, the stronger the collaboration is, but also that the stronger your brand is, the stronger their brand is, because then you become known throughout the industry as someone who people would want to work with. And trust and believe, in any industry, it becomes very small with those that know who you are and know your work ethic. They ask around. And as you should be asking around when you're developing these partnerships. And there's no experience like your practical experience and you working with them, but initially you can, if you can talk with someone who's worked with them before, then you do that. And as the initial conversation that you might have, that might be, a conversation that you have. Hey, have you worked with, I'd like to know certain people that you've worked with before. 1 or 2 references. Same thing from you. They ask you for 1 or 2 references. You give them, testimonials, or you connect them with someone that you worked with before. Allow them to be able to talk with them to get a true and honest assessment of the type of brand that you are and the type of person that you are and what it's like to work with you. Now you want to make sure that there's someone who who isn't going to badmouth you or talk bad about you or anything like that. But I think you would know not to refer them to that person or those people, because everybody doesn't have the same results. So what somebody might have experienced with you is not the same as what somebody else might have experienced with you. So it may not be, it may not be, it may not be the best, but you want to make sure that you're giving them someone who, that you've worked with and that has something positive to say about you, your business, and your brand. And what it is that they're looking for you to do, why they should, work with you on this particular project or projects. The more adamant you are about cultivating partnerships, the more genuine people can see that you are, and you begin to gain a reputation in the industry. I was talking with a client that I just took on yesterday, and he said, I want to partner with you in doing things. He said, because of the work that I've seen you do, the work that I see that you have, and I'd like to work with you. And it was a mutually beneficial deal. I said, yeah. I said, let's work it out. Let's do it together. And so that I'm looking to cultivate that partnership, cultivate that, nurture that partnership with them, that collaboration with them. And that's how you do it. When you have that idea and you come together and you're able to bring together something that you feel the vision is the same, the purpose is the same, it's in alignment, and you have the same ultimate goal. Now you may be going and doing different things. What's up, Dwight? You may have different ways of doing things or different means of getting there, but the ultimate vision, the ultimate purpose is there, and that's what you got to look at. So I want you to think about that today. The homework for today is to take a look at the partnerships that you have, or the partnerships that you're looking to develop and to cultivate, and what are the ways in which you can cultivate them, that you can nurture them. And you want to take a look. Is the vision the same? Is and is the purpose the same? Do you all want to achieve the same things? Doesn't mean that you have to be doing the same things, because hopefully with partnerships, you bring something to the table, they bring something to the table that's different, and then collectively you achieve the vision and the purpose and the goal, the results that you want through that partnership, through that relationship, through that collaboration. And each of you are a resource for each other. So I want you to think about that on this Greatness Thursday. Yeah. Who's your partner? Who you rolling with? Because I've had partnerships that have not worked out. We thought that it was one thing going in, and it turned out to be not that thing. And there's other partnerships and collaborations that have worked very well. Very well. We had a vision and a purpose that we went in with, and an agenda and an objective, and we achieved those objectives and got the results that we wanted, and then it was on to the next. So you gotta know which one is short term, which ones are long term. And you ask that question too, to ensure that there's clear understanding on both parts, so that there's no miscommunication, that the agreement is going to say what the agreement is going to say. You want to make sure everything is clear and understood by both of you. For sure, you got to make sure of that. So that's what I got for you today. It's your boy. Don't forget, if you want to go into further detail of where we can have a discussion about developing the partnerships, and you want to take a look at your vision, your mission, your purpose, and you want to see hey, what partnerships can I look for? What partnerships do I have or might be beneficial to me, or who I might be beneficial to, and who might be beneficial to me? We can certainly have that conversation. Just connect with me. Y'all know I put the description in the put the contact information in the description right there for you, so we can have a strategy session conversation to see if we're a good fit. And then we can get you into the you can come on into the brand new suite and pick yourself up a briefcase while you're at it. That's what we do here, right here in the brand new suite. It's about making you better by the end of the year than you were at the beginning of the year. That's always the goal, and to keep the doors open. Don't forget to hop on over to the YouTube channel and subscribe. That information is in the description as well. 500 subscribers, 30 days. That's the goal. That's where we're always doing. So we will see you all soon. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.